Greg Johnson from the Sales Success Series. Today I have the distinct pleasure of introducing to you a gentleman from the Fellows region out in northern Michigan. This guy was he's only with us about a year and a half. He's a President's Club winner. In addition to that, I want you to listen to his story. It's inspiring how Haibu helped change both his financial life and his family's life. With that, I give you Jack Rowell. Today is the day.
Hey guys, my name is Jack Rowell. I'm a Haibu rep here in northern Michigan. I was asked to do a little video about my past year as a rep. Had a lot of fun. A little bit about my background as I worked in oil and gas and a lot of blue collar jobs, wastewater, water treatment, a lot of long hours, a lot of time away from home, away from my kids, you know, those 14-hour hitches and maybe 3 days home with your family and then back out. Paid the bills, it did okay. I just wanted more for me and my family. I chose this job at Haibu. I implemented a lot of that hard work that I've always done in the past, and it was pretty good. I was able to do President's Club my first year. I've had 70 new, and I wanted to share some of that success with you on how I got there and some of my focus. So first comes self-discipline. My dad always told me, and I watched my dad and my grandfather work very hard, long hours. They were business owners, just like the people we meet every day. They were there at the break of dawn. Sometimes they would work 48 hours straight just to get jobs done. That was instilled with me to be successful, to hit those feet on the ground every day. So that's where I put most of my focus, is in that self-discipline. And that's the absolute center of my success. I believe for myself is putting those feet to the ground every morning and getting out there and putting a solid day in. I set my agenda. I don't let the client set my agenda. On Mondays and Fridays, those are client days where if you sell a lot, you know, like me, I found that there's times where I get some phone calls back. Those customers need to be their hands held. I do that on Mondays and Fridays. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I'm selling. If I'm getting those calls, I'm gonna push that to the manager. My manager will totally there to help me out and help me with this stuff and the big issues that's gonna take a lot of time. I team up and get him involved right away. And at the end of the day, sitting there, I guess any Olympian or athlete, when we're talking about this self-discipline, always trying to find one way to go that extra mile. A guy in training, when we were in training this Haibu, talked to me about the 5 drive for 5, or I think that's what he called it. Make 5 phone calls at the end of the day when you're absolutely spent. Just make an extra 5 phone calls, go through your prospecting sheet, try to set something up for the next day, but just that little extra step. Another one of my steps that I do is, I just found recently, it was kind of cool, I was searching through Facebook and I just typed in recommendations or suggestions, find out what my friends were recommending or suggesting or looking for suggestions, and finding out who wasn't there. And then trying to go to those businesses and have a conversation and share that with them. A reviews card, I put tires on my truck. They emailed me a review card that just kind of how we did, 5 stars, 4 or 5 stars, you know, but it was just gonna go back to the manager's desk. I thought, my goodness, they could totally use our reviews program. Why not be prompted to leave those reviews on Google and Bing and Facebook? So that's another conversation I want to have. Always be a student is what I was raised to do, and that's what I did here with Haibu, and it's a lot of fun. All right, guys, so the next thing I want to talk to you guys about is excitement. Set your life on fire. Surround those people or yourself with people that will fan your flames. What that means to me is there's those days where you get burned, right? You hitting those doors every day, you get a lot of those no's, it starts to weigh you down a little bit. Maybe your fellow guys are calling you with some of their issues, kind of weighing you down. I'll call my manager. He's very used to me calling him and saying, hey Mike, I need a head check. I need to get that excitement back, because I know if I go into the next appointment and I'm not truly excited about what we're doing, they can play off, they can feel that. And what that excitement does is that provides that fear of loss. Fear of loss drives sales for me. to kind of get them excited about what we're doing. Show them some of those returns that I've had on other campaigns. I'll show them a web reach portal of some other clients in the area that provide that return on their investment. They absolutely love that. They respond to that. They respond well when I put it to them as this isn't a cost to their business. This is an investment. What I mean by that is that what we're currently doing is paying the light bill, paying your employees, kind of getting by. What we can provide is new business, and that new business puts a boat in the driveway. It takes your kids on vacation, things like that. They love to hear about that, but they love to see those numbers too, and they love to see it when I'm excited. So that certainly helps drive sales. All right, guys, the last thing I have for you is tenacity, being determined to succeed, being relentless, and to manage that resistance, work through those objections. I can't close if I don't have the willingness to work through those objections. To me, tenacity is more important than talent. Being out there, being relentless. Anybody successful will tell you that you have to be relentless out there. And for me, I generally believe that. I believe that when I go in the door that I can help that customer. I have to work through questions and find that common ground with that customer, and I want to be the solution. Resistance to change is a very hard thing that I fight with. It's something that I try to recognize every day as I'm going in and having these conversations with customers. When we talk about lyrics through the core four, there's things that I pick up on that stuff all the time. I'm a student about this. I'm still kind of new, but there's a lot of good information out there, and it's hard for me to fight. If something's working, of course I don't want to change it, but if things are starting to fall off or die off, hey, what's working? And then to try to go in and practice those lyrics it's not fun, but to me it's important to do that and be open to new ideas that other people are using to find success. And that's, prejudging doors. I try not to do that. I'd be resistant to that. That's another thing that I find myself, being resistant to, that I've got to get through. That rundown place on the edge of town, they could use our help. And I know there's a lot of times it's a no, or they don't have the money or whatever it might be, but I have to at least go in there and be open to have that conversation and have those questions in front of me to get to that common ground and see if there's something there. But thank you guys for everything. That's all I have, and thanks for your time.